Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Leo. I am the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for the week of, actually for the end of June. It's the 26th through the 30th. You may be getting this late. It's been a really crazy, I know I say that. It was a very long weekend, very productive weekend. I got a lot of stuff done, a lot accomplished, but it sent me back with some of the readings, which happened to be longer this week. They were meant to be shorter, but it's a different kind of spread. I'm doing a 5-day head spread. Basically, it's just digging down deep into each day individually. And then, so we're going to start off with the Chakra Insight Oracle. We're going to pull tarot for work, finances, like business, career, work, finances, relationships, whether that's love, platonic, friendship, family, romantic, whatever your storyline is. And then we've got life messages from Spirit. I'm also going to pull a Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle for each one of the days, and then we'll end it with a Divine Energy Oracle to top it all off and close out. So, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you have strong Leo placements anywhere throughout your chart and any parts of this message resonates, then there could be messages for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit. Do understand that energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them, so it's a matter of balance. But it is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know if I said that already. Just you take it as it resonates. There could be something here for you. I'm going to shuffle these a couple more times and start laying out the cards. Normally I shuffle them out. This time I'm just going to shuffle and lay them out. That's what Spirit told me to do. I've been doing it for all of the readings. I'm just going to follow suit. This week's gemstone of the week is the Moonstone, so there could be some significance there for you. And also, if you're looking to attract abundance, more abundance into your life, try burning a gold candle and meditating on it. On Monday, we have our first quarter moon. It's a great time to take action, cast spells to increase more of what you want in life. Also, feel where you want change. Like, this is the perfect energy to put yourself in a feeling of having manifested what you already want. You have to imagine what it'll be like, even if it doesn't currently seem possible. And the reason why is because when you put yourself into that mindset, when you believe that you already have what it is that you want to manifest, the universe will match that vibration. It'll match that frequency for you. And so you have to put yourself there. Okay, so this is for Leo. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is for Leo. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please. What do we have for Leo? Okay, so then on Wednesday, we have the moon in Taurus. I'm sorry, the moon in Scorpio. I don't know why I said Taurus. You could be dealing with one. So it's water energy, great time to find motivation, embrace your personal power, take control over everything in your life, including things like finances. And then also it's a great time to engage in like deep talks, meaningful conversation and that type of energy. Then on Friday, we have the moon in Sagittarius, which is fire energy. It's all about truth and visions, being honest, thinking big, and then also long-term planning. Additionally, it's also Neptune retrograde. So Neptune is the planet of rules, illusion, it rules illusion, spirituality, and dreaming. So it's like the 5D realm, right? When it's in retrograde, those energies and influences dissipate and even disappear. And it's like you're slapped in the face with reality. And the song that has been coming to mind every time I say this is Back to Life, Back to Reality. So it's like getting back to reality, not being in such a dreamlike state. I don't know how that's going to go for a lot of us tarot readers and whatnot, but we'll see. And then the sun, the sun. On Sunday, the moon will be in Capricorn, which is earth energy. It's a focus on career decluttering, reprioritizing, and cutting out excess. We're not going to cover Sunday here, but it's the end of the week, so just so you know what's coming up. Okay, so underneath the deck, for the end of June, Leo, we've got grounding. Number 6. Something could be happening on the 6th of July is what I'm hearing. This is all about nature, presence, practicality, and stability. 6s are also about victory, balance, smoother communication. Trying to think what else. I'm feeling like victory, balance. It's mostly balance. So anyway, grounding is going to be really important for you. Like maybe get out into nature. Go do something fun for the 4th of July or something like that. I mean, that's in the future. As far as this week goes, you will want to practice grounding in the next 5 days. And also opening up your heart chakra, because that's what we've got at the top of the deck. Number 22. Again, 22 could be significant, could be somebody's age, somebody's birthday. Something could have happened on the 22nd or could be happening on the 22nd of the upcoming month. Your heart chakra is also, it's green. They have it colored green because that's with the chakras, it's green. And this is about, opening yourself up to not only express love, but also to allow it to come in. Number 22 is a significant number. It's a twin flame number, a divine number. 2s are all about stability, and also like looking back in the past to be able to take those lessons into the future. But 2 + 2 = 4, and that's about stability, foundation, house, home, like actual structure. So it could be dealing with home. Like I just heard home is where the heart is. So that makes sense. Green could also play a significant role for you this week. But it's like grounding is actually, I want to say it's your root chakra. You might want to look into both your root and your heart chakras this week. And figuring out how to balance both of those. Okay, let's get into laying these cards out. The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting your cards ready was interesting. Very interesting. Okay. It's Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress by the Hollies. So it's an older song, right? I don't know who I'm talking to. You guys could be maybe a little bit older and know this group, know this song. And if you don't, I'll try to drop the link in the comments below. But definitely go check it out, listen to it. It was talking about Saturday night. I was downtown working for the FBI, sitting in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high, just about to call up the DA. Man, when I heard this woman singing a song. She was a long, cool woman in a black dress. Just one look and I was a bad mess. And then it goes on to say, suddenly we heard the sirens. I heard somebody shooting a gun. And it talks about the DA coming in and busting everyone, right? So immediately, there could be some of you, not all of you, this isn't for all of you, but there could be some of you who are dealing with the FBI, dealing with the DA, dealing with some kind of a court case. You could be being watched or investigated for something. Those are just some of the things that I started to feel when I was, listening to this song. And you may have just met somebody who's like mysterious, right? A long, cool woman in a black dress. But also I feel like in this song, she's the one who tipped everybody off. Take it as it resonates. All right, what do we have for Leo, please, for work, career, finance? If you hear tapping, that's my dog. He does not know how to settle down. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. He won't lay down. It's driving me crazy. All right, so underneath the deck, we've got the Queen of Wands. What's really funny is we're sitting here talking about the song. This is fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We're talking about a woman in a black dress. The Queen of Wands is notoriously known to be that other woman. Very beautiful, very seductive, very mysterious. Also, this is synonymous with witchcraft, because magic wands, but it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Although, If in reverse, it is black magic, but in upright, it's just, you know, like she's very powerful. She's very like business centric, but very passionate, because that's what wands are about. It's all about passion. It's either passion towards a person or passion towards what you're passionate about. And that could be work, career, finance. It could be passion projects such as witchcraft, you know. Take it as it resonates. But we've got the Queen of Wands at work for work, career, finance. Somebody who's able to just make things happen. And not necessarily in a bad way. But yeah, I feel in this picture, it looks like there's like a picture, like a tattoo of a lion or something on her hand. So that's interesting. I never really noticed that before. All right, what do we have for Monday? The Four of Cups. Tuesday, oh my goodness, the Nine of Swords. Wednesday, the Six of Cups. Thursday, the Ace of Swords. Somebody else got this in this exact position. I think actually 2 other signs did. I feel like there's a group of y'all. Like for some of your storylines, there's like a group of people who may be under some kind of investigation. That's what I've been seeing. It's been coming up in all the reads. Like even the court card, like it's been mentioned. And then on Friday, we have the Fool, a new beginning. When I say investigated, I mean like somebody's watching you. It doesn't have to mean actual FBI or the actual DA. It could be, but take it as it resonates. All right, now we're going to do relationships. See what we have for Leo. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please. You could be, or could have been, you know, around bad company. And here's, like, I'm already feeling this. Like, you could have been in really bad company. Your head in the clouds, dealing with, people that make it seem like anything, like you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're untouchable, like the untouchables, right? Like, law doesn't apply to them or anything like that. But when in fact it does. And I feel like in some cases it's coming to catch up with someone. This is a moment where you have to open up your heart chakra, realize what's best for you, get yourself grounded, and maybe go out into nature, you know, and really kind of think about, like, in a practical sense, what steps to take in order to ensure stability for yourself. You got to get real with yourself. But this also could be somebody that you're dealing with, because again, energies can be crisscrossed, flip-flopped, and or reversed. So take it as it resonates. What do we have for our Leos, please? Underneath the deck, we've got the Nine of Wands. So already 2 nines on the deck. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, somebody who's been through the trenches, the ins, the outs. They make a good leader, but they're also very tired because, you know, they've been battling. They've got one more good fight left in them before they pick up that last one and is able to, like, put down the burdens and start a new cycle. Okay, so for Monday we've got Strength, which is garlic. Tuesday, the Two of Air, chicory. Wednesday, the Four of Water, mint. Thursday, the Emperor, hemlock. And Friday, the Four of Fire, elder. For some reason, I was already feeling the elder card coming up. Elderberry, black elderberry. It is so good for immune system and defense. I take it regularly. It's great for, like, when you start to feel like even the tickle of a cold, it's the first thing I reach for. And then we've got wild cherry for the Nine of Fire. And that's more Wands energy. So we've got the Queen of Wands and then the Nine of Wands underneath the deck. Very fiery energy. Okay, let's keep going. This is for our life messages from Spirit. Whatever we are dealing with. I just heard the word fraud, y'all. I don't know where that came from. Somebody could be dealing with that, being accused of it. I just saw this weird TikTok. It was actually on Twitter. It was people on Twitter like tearing this guy up. Because he's like literally talking about how to commit fraud. Like, he's not saying it. Like, I don't think he even knows what it is, but he's talking about it and almost like bragging about how he got this watch and was writing off everything on a business account or whatever, but keeping everything for himself. And I'm just sitting there thinking, how can you be so dumb? And like, that's what everybody was ripping into the video about. It was crazy. Like, just people these days, right? All right, so underneath the deck, we've got the Fool. So that's the second time I've seen the Fool so far. And here's the thing about the Fool. It's either A, you're, taking a leap of faith into something new, like, almost like a fool, just like hair at the wind and let's try this, But also, it could mean being a fool, not taking precaution, not thinking clearly about next directions or next steps, and just like literally jumping off a cliff, right? So for Monday, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, Tuesday, the 8 of Cups, Wednesday, the Hermit. That's interesting. 8, 9, 10. Thursday, Temperance, and then Friday, 6 of Swords with the Fool. Okay, now we're going to pull a Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle for each day. I love these cards because even when the message gets a little fuzzy, as soon as I read the Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle, it just kind of like pulls the whole storyline together. It gives more clarity and insight. All of these have been pre-shuffled. I just make sure to to shuffle them again while you guys see it happening. Okay. Leo. Underneath the deck, the Servant. We'll read these in just a second. Monday, the Tempter. Tuesday, the Locksmith. That's been coming up a lot. Wednesday, the Gambler. Thursday, Clean Slate card. And then Friday, Applause. The Servant underneath. And then now, last but not least, our Divine Energy Oracle, which will hopefully pull all of this together. All right. All right, I want you guys to start out. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Definitely smash that subscribe button. I'm almost at 500. Trying to get to 1,000 quickly. All right, what do we have for Leo? Make no judgments. And forgive and forget. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting, y'all. I already feel it. I'm hearing in my head, judge lest be judged. I don't know what that means. Judge lest be judged. Judge less be judged. All right, let's start with Monday here. Monday, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about like being over a situation, actually kind of being bored with the situation. This has something to do with work. So it's like there may have been something with work and you're bored. You're over it. You're ready to move forward. But what you don't see is this fourth cup that's being offered. And it's like there's roses. It's literally coming out of the clouds, out of nowhere. There's a rose and this fourth cup. It's like you're bored with these, but you don't see these because you're crying over these, right? So there may be something regarding to work, career, finance that you're just kind of like, whatever, but you have your back turned to like what's going to really fulfill you. You're just not seeing something. Then we've got strength. Coincides with garlic, the number 8. This is for relationships. Now, relationships can pertain to romantic, platonic, friendship, family, but I feel like this could be a work relationship, actually, because I'm feeling like, you're kind of over it, but you're needing the strength to still get through it, right? It's like some people are like, F the shit, I'm done, but you can't be done because you still have to get paid, right? So it's like having the strength to persist because of the 10 of Pentacles, because you're trying to bring in that money, bring in that bag. It's like that's your source of revenue, right? In order to provide for a family. That's your jackpot, your luck, your earnings. Like literally that's what that's about. I literally just noticed that in the 10 of Pentacles here, this is the tree of life, according to the Kabbalah, and then it's the same on this card. I just now noticed that. That's really cool. So, yeah, I feel like you're kind of just like over a work situation that you're needing strength to be able to get through. And I feel like the only reason that you're still there is because of the money. Here's the thing about that. If you're doing something only because of the money, but it doesn't fulfill you and it doesn't make you feel good and you're over it, then why are you still there? If it doesn't give you passion, if it doesn't make you feel right, find something that does. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the energy. It's not worth the pain. I mean, that's just me. That's my personal opinion. But it could be because you're being tempted by that money. That's the only thing that's keeping you there. Let's see what the tempter is all about. Are you the tempter or are you being tempted? If you are primarily the tempter, are you willing to take responsibility when those tempted follow the course you are suggesting? You will have to do that unless you are very sure that they will take full responsibility themselves. If you're the one being tempted, look beyond the immediate benefits to the long-term implications. When the luster is worn off, the prize that you hope to win. That's what I'm talking about here, guys. Like, are you only in this job because it's like 10 of Pentacles, because it's, maybe it's abundant, or maybe it's like a really good paying job, but your heart's not in it, so you're being tempted by money and money only. Like, what are you doing that fulfills your passions? So, possible meanings: a person of influence and persuasion, a moral decision to be made, the promise of something special, but it needs to be examined carefully, someone unscrupulous, a prize, a gift, a goal that could be yours. You could be dealing with somebody who's really trying to tempt you with a 10 of Pentacles or something, and you're needing the strength to figure out whether you should take this or not. I just heard take the deal. Oh my God. Like, for instance, if like this song, like if you're dealing with the FBI or the DA and they make a deal, like, are you going to take that deal and move on, or are you going to stay in the position, clarification, or are you going to stay in the position that you're at? I feel like somebody could be talking to authorities, might be making a deal. Wow. Okay, so then if you don't take the deal, there's the threat of prison. That's what this is about, being bound and tied. 9 of Swords. This is nightmares. This is not being able to sleep at night. This is night terrors and anxiety and defeat because of a choice to be made. The 2 of Swords. So swords are all about communication, but also like anything dealing with the mind. So it could be mental, like, turmoil, right? And the 2 of Air, chicory, it's like being blinded by a decision and having to rely on all your other senses before you can decide which way to go. So somebody could be looking at like a really dire situation, not knowing what to do, having to make a decision, based on relationships that you have potentially with family, work, family, coworkers, or like how this is going to affect your friends and family and your relationships, right? And then we have the Eight of Cups, and that's walking away. So we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, and then we have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces here. Notice how like she lit something on fire. It's like almost like destruction of evidence, like destroying something, and then she's walking away towards a brighter day. Then we have the Locksmith. Now this card is all about making sure that your belongings are secure, making sure that you're not locked out of a situation. We're going to read this. But I feel like there's somebody who's... It's like either you're going to make this decision to stay quiet, and that could potentially lead to some kind of imprisonment, whether it's actual physical imprisonment or spiritual jail, right? Spiritual imprisonment. And that's because... That would be because, I mean, it's like... It's karma, right? But somebody's walking away from something. What's the Locksmith? You cannot achieve utter security. You can take reasonable precautions to protect, but beyond that, you will only create the opposite effect, putting something out of your reach altogether. It may spoil and tarnish if it is never used. Relationships are the same. We can never be completely certain of another person, and we have to grant them the freedom to make their own choices. By all means, work for stability, look after your possessions and your relationships with love and care, but in the end, you are only the caretaker, not the jailer. You're the caretaker, not the person who makes the decisions on who goes to jail, including yourself. Possible meanings: a guard or caretaker, locks, codes, and protective mechanisms, caution, check your boundaries and your security measures. Specialist help is useful, but set your own limits on it. Something is locked up that should be released. Overprotectiveness, and the challenge of passing through a locked door. So like if there's information that needs to be shared, you should share it. Like it'll save your butt in the end. If you're doing it to protect somebody else, that's only going to get you put in jail, whether it's spiritual or whether it's like actual jail. Take that as it resonates. I told you the feeling that I had for this, and that it's come up so much in some of these reads this week. Last week, all the readings were about justice, like going to be happening. This week, it's talking about like court. So then we've got the Six of Cups. And this is in work-related careers. I feel like somebody is making like an offer, or it's like about nostalgia too, being around people that make you feel childlike. This also deals with your inner child, but also your future self. It's water sign energy. It's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be somebody that you've known for a long time or who you've worked with for a long time. Then we have the Four of Water. Mint could be significant. Four of Water, Four of Cups. Again, it's that same energy that we started out with. Four of Cups. You're over it. You're tired. You're ready. Like, you're ready for that fourth cup. It's like the three cups are boring you. What you're not seeing is that fourth cup. You have to move forward, turn around, and look at that fourth cup being offered to you. I feel like that's your out, okay? And here you are thinking about it with Hermit energy. This is Virgo, the card of Virgo. So you could also be dealing with a Virgo or working with one, or have Virgo strong in your chart somewhere. But notice how she's like kind of in the darkness, in the void, and she's kind of meditating. She's looking for that light in the darkness. She's looking for inspiration, seeking answers on what she needs to do next in order to get out of the situation, or in order to take her in the direction that she needs to go. Or he, take it as it resonates. But it's a very spiritual card, and it's like kind of like going into the void, going into the darkness, facing your shadow side and figuring out, what truly is the best next step for direction. Because whatever decision you make, it's going to be a gamble. And that's what this is talking about, the gambler. It's a 50-50 decision. Now, what's really interesting and that I'm noticing here, the top three cards are all green, heart chakra. So it's like this is like a head over heart decision, and I feel like, you know, you're really thinking about what's more meaningful to you. I just flipped right to it. I can't even make that up. So you may need to take a gamble in order to make further progress. You can trust your intuition to give you some guidance as to how and when, because you do have some sense of what is going on, but there are no guarantees. If you're waiting for certainty, you will have to wait forever. Be ready to act, but choose your moment wisely. So possible meanings: a risk, a gamble, luck, someone who's taking risks secretly, the opportunity to take a chance and get out of a rut, speculation with money, the need to trust your intuition. I just noticed this is on page 111. So you might want to look up angel number 111. All right, so this is going to be an interesting day. I can already tell based on the card. So we've got Ace of Swords, the Emperor, Temperance, and then the blank card. So Ace of Swords is talking about a new beginning, a brilliant new idea, something that has to do with communication and the mind. It's like a victory of some sort. It's like you come up with this idea and you put it into action. Or you're being given a communication or getting a message that's going to give you like clarity and a potential victory. And I feel like it's because you are protected. You may be getting this message from an emperor that's Aries energy. The number 4, that's all about stability, house, home. Hemlock is the herb that we're working with. You might be familiar with hemlock. I don't know what that is. It looks like pine cones or some kind of shrub. But the Emperor is Aries energy. He's the king of all kings. He's, well balanced as far as having earth, air, fire, water in his chart. But he's very masculine and can be kind of pompous at times. Only thinks about himself and the way that he wants to rule things. He doesn't really take it into consideration anybody else's feelings or desires. He just does what he knows needs to be done for his own empire, right? For himself. So I'd be weary about that. This also could be you stepping up into your Emperor energy. But I feel like there's going to be some kind of victory with this. And then also you've got, and when I say victory, like, I don't necessarily mean like, I feel like it's like going to, how do I want to put this? It'll be good news. It could be good news on a way out, right? I'm not saying that the situation is going to be resolved, but it's going to be a solution to the situation. And then you've got Temperance, which is angel number 14. 14 could be significant to you, some way, shape, or form. This is the angel of the tarot deck. This tells me that you are being protected, or you have angels around you. 1 + 4 is 5, and that means change of direction. So this could be a turning point for you in this particular situation, whatever that you're dealing with. Everybody is different. Yeah. The Temperance is also sign of Sagittarius. You could be dealing with one, but he or she balances between two worlds, the 5D and the 3D. It's about protection. And then this blank card, this means clean slate. I just got it. Like, I feel like you're taking the deal. You're taking a deal so that you can walk away scot-free, because this is the clean slate card, and then you can start with the clean slate. So you may be making a deal or making an agreement with somebody in order to be able to walk away unscathed, which honestly is probably the best thing to do. Make no judgments and forgive and forget. It's like forgive and forget and walk away. Like, let bygones be bygones. So then, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So clean slate, and then you start off on a new adventure, the Fool, taking a leap of faith into something completely new. That's what this is about. And it could be in work, career, finance, new job, new industry, just walking away from what you were doing and starting something else. Then, so you may have a little bit of an issue, or there could be an issue around your home, house, home, even office, because it's the Four of Fire, Four of Wands, and that is literally about house, home, foundation, stability, structure, like a physical structure. The four corners of a house, Four of Fire, Four of Wands. Again, wands are all about passion. It could be passion towards a person, like sharing a home with a person or something, or it's just what you're passionate about, like work, career, business, finance, like passion projects and an office building. But there's this is in your relationships area, but I think it's like affecting your relationships with the people in the scenario. You may even be just like taking a leap of faith and moving to a new home. Yeah, because you're moving on to calmer waters. This is the Six of Swords is all about, going from turbulent, rocky, choppy waters to smooth sailing ahead, or to, washing onto the shore so that there's clear communication. Yeah, and then you have applause. And this is talking about, okay, so the applause card is talking about, I feel like you've made the right decision in order to get past this situation. But the applause card talks about not repeating that again. Because it's like once you got the accolades, once you got the like the respect and the what you need, it's like don't try to do it again because the results will not be the same. But we'll read this. I'll explain this better. You are seeking recognition. This may hold you back unless you give such recognition generously to others, but recognition that you receive for a particular situation will only come your way once. If you try to get it repeated, you may block your own path. When you have received recognition, move on and do not blame others for lack of response. Applause can reasonably be expected, but never compelled. So it's praise for a job well done, the end of a task, recognition from others, conceit, confirmation or approval from outside sources, performance, the need for assessment. I just also got, I got shivers as I thought it. You could, and it's related to the song. This is only for some of you, not all of you. But some of you could have been working, what is that? Like you're not an FBI agent or a DA agent, right? But you're, working undercover. You could have been working undercover for them. And then you do everything that you were supposed to do. You get off scot-free. You make the deal. Forgive and forget. And then you get to move on. But it's like, once that happens, you kind of get your little pat on the back or pet on the head. And then you move on. Because if you think that that's going to happen again, it's only going to turn out bad. And the need for assessment, assessing the situation. So now I'm going to look at the Servant for underneath the deck, because we've got Grounding, Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Fool, Make No Judgment, and the Servant. You can never work in isolation. There's always a source for your directives and a recipient for their output. Where do you stand in the chain of command? Are you giving fair service, and are you handling your domain responsibly? I just got done saying you could be moving on from a job or something. You're unhappy with it, and it's like you want to walk away, move forward. It says a change of employment or a new project, an employment issue in which you need to go beyond regulations and consider what is really just. An opportunity to give service, which is what you want that recognition for, but once you've got it, you got to let it go. An opportunity to give service and a flood of new impressions to be processed. Wow, Leo. Wow. So underneath the deck, the underlying energy, what Spirit is calling in and showing me here is that you got to get grounded. You could be dealing with the Queen of Wands, or this Queen of Wands could be you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. If you're masculine or a male, it could just be your feminine side. And it's like you're working magic. You're making magic by doing all of this behind the scenes, right? As it pertains to work. It's like almost kind of like the trick of the hand or sleight of hand, where you show them one thing like, hey, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm loyal and devoted and blah, blah, blah. But really on the other side, you're like working your magic to find your next steps, or, dealing with whatever it is that you're dealing with, to gather the evidence, to gather the information to provide to the people that need it, right? Then you have the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands. That's the wounded warrior, somebody who's really tired, but almost at the very end of the scenario and situation. One more one, and you can put your burdens down and move on. And I feel like that's what you're looking for, because what you move on to is that Fool energy again. It's literally over here. Like it's almost like the same stuff. Where's that at? Yeah, I mean, it's just like clean slate. You want to put this energy down and move forward, right? You're starting a new cycle. And you're making no judgments, because you just want it to be over. And you also, I get it now, judge or less be judged, right? It's like you don't want to be judged. That's why you're making the deal. And therefore, you're making no judgments on the situation. You're just moving forward. And forgive and forget. Yep. You're a servant, whether you're being a servant to your employer or a servant to yourself and moving forward away from this. That's what I see here. But you've got a new beginning, a clean slate, and you are separating yourself from any kind of toxicity or past negative influences, and you're moving on, and that's what you're doing. So that's what I have for you this week. We're already at 41 minutes, so I'm going to leave it there, Leo. But if any of this resonates, God, I would love to get some feedback and comments. Whether this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, drop a comment in the comments below. And if you'd like to dive down deeper into this reading or even one of your own, I have all of my contact information in the description below. Also, if you'd like to leave a donation or a tip, I have all of that information below as well. But as you know, it's together we grow. So make sure that you like, share, subscribe. I look forward to reading for you again next week or in a later video. And I hope all of this gets taken care of and you guys make the right decisions and are able to move forward in peace. I will see you on the flip side, Leo. Have a good night. Peace.